The United States sees Turkey as one of the most important countries in the world geostrategically. You can see that nakedly from our cable release. The greatest number of cables is from Ankara because of the central place that Turkey plays within the Middle East, in Europe and Asia. It is the point that connects all these other points. In fact, that's why Turkey became such a powerful empire. It was because of this central geostrategic position.
The Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan's visit to Washington took a turn for the worst after his security officers clashed with journalists covering his visit.
It's only been because the Jewish diaspora has managed to do well in New York, London and Paris, that they are able to demand accountability for the Jewish genocide. And part of the reason now that finally the Armenian genocide is having some attention drawn to it is for the same reason, that the Armenian diaspora is starting to do well in major Western capitals, and it is able to push for its rights. A good example of how Europe and the United States, in acceding to Turkey's demands to not recognize the Armenian genocide, has emboldened it in other forms of human rights suppression, is its suppression of the Kurds. In particular, the total destruction of the largest Kurdish language TV station, ROJ TV.
A Kurdish language television channel accused of supporting terrorism is being prosecuted in Denmark after years of pressure from the Turkish government. Roj TV is accused of helping to promote the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party, known as the PKK, a group considered to be a terrorist organisation by Turkey, the US and the EU.
Now, ROJ TV was based in Denmark, beaming up to Eurosat and down into the Kurdish regions. The Danish Prime Minister wanted to become head of NATO, Rasmussen. In a plot documented in our cables between Barack Obama, Turkey and Denmark, they all agreed to censor ROJ TV by finding mechanisms within the Danish legal system to do it, whether it was based on their content, not being accurate enough, or going after them on taxation. The deal was that if ROJ TV was wiped out, the largest Kurdish language broadcaster was wiped out by Denmark, then Rasmussen would become the head of NATO, Turkey would remove its veto, and the United States would also get what it wanted by having this Dane, very sympathetic to the United States, be head of NATO.
A court in Copenhagen's fined a Kurdish language TV based there €400,000 for making propaganda for a terrorist organisation. The Danes say the propaganda was in support of the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party, or PKK.
And we don't have a land, okay? We don't have a territory. We had just a television, and today, thank you, we don't have anything. So that's why we are here.
And that's exactly what happened, and the cables documenting that are now being used in the European Court of Human Rights by ROJ TV. So acceding to these outlandish Turkish demands to deny a very well documented historical fact has let Turkey understand that it can be a diplomatic bully and achieve power success in a variety of areas. Turkey has rapidly moved towards an aggressive new form of nationalism in order for Erdogan and his party to cement their control over the military and intelligence sectors, the hard power of the state within Turkey. Having seen the success of that, they have continued on trying to incite further nationalism within Turkey and using Armenia and the Kurds as symbols that must be fought against, using them as external enemies of some kind to rally the Turkish population together. When Turkey is unified and is able to say, look, unless you do what we want, we are going to approach Israel in a different way. We're going to approach Syria in a different way. We're going to approach the Russians in a different way. We're going to approach Europe in a different way. It is able to extort all sorts of concessions from Europe and the United States. And it's done exactly that in relation to the Armenian genocide.